everyone. In person, we weren't sure what it was going to be like outside today, so we brought it inside, but I'm glad you all can come. This is our All Ages Storytime. We're also streaming live, so welcome anybody that's out there watching Facebook Live. I'm Miss Barb, and this is...
I'm Miss Kristen, and we're so excited to have you here. And Miss Barb wrote a really fun story time for us.
All right.
Get started.
So let's get ready. Let's start clapping.
We clap and
Sing hello. We clap and sing hello. With all our friends at story time, we clap and sing hello.
Now can you wave? There we go. We
Wave and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. With all our friends at story time, we wave and sing hello.
Now, yes, Elliot knows. We're going to stand up. We're going to stomp our feet. Here we go.
We stomp and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. With all our friends at story time, we stomp and sing hello. Nice start.
Now we're going to sit down. We're going to get in our boat. Do you know what you do with a boat? Row. Let's row in our boats. Here we go.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Very good. Now we're going to keep rowing, but we're going to go down a creek, and we're going to see a crocodile, and we're going to shriek. I hear you shriek. Go, ah!
Row, row, row your boat gently down the creek. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to shriek.
And now we're going to hop in our boat, and we're on a river, and we see a polar bear. Polar bears are here. It's really cold, so we're going to shiver.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the river. If you see a polar bear, don't forget to shiver.
Ooh, we're tired. We're going to row to the shore, and we're going to see a lion. What do lions do? Wait, what do they say? They go, roar. We're going to roar like lions.
Row, row, row your boat gently to the shore. If you see a lion, don't forget to roar. All right. Now, we're going to do a little finger play. So, if you have a little one, you can kind of play with their fingers if they're able to do it on their own. We're going to start with our thumb. We're going to say, Daddy finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Mommy finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Brother finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Sister finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Baby finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do?
That's neat. You have a whole family.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to get ready for our first book. So if you like, you can stand up with me. Or you can stay seated. It's fine. Let's start with our hands. Where are your hands? My two
Two little hands. thump, thump, thump.
My
2 little feet go jump, jump, jump.
My little
Body turns around and around, then sits quietly on the ground. All right. So our first story today is called Never Tickle a Tiger. So let's find out why we never tickle a tiger. It's written by Pamela Butcher and illustrated by Mark Budavant. So let's find out. Izzy was forever shuffling and jiggling, squirming and twitching, wriggling and fidgeting. She just couldn't help it. So, we are toddlers, a lot of us here, we know what that's about. We're always moving around. It happened at home. Izzy, stop playing with your peas, said Dad. At school, Izzy, stop painting your pigtails, said Miss Potterhurst. At Grandma, Izzy, stop knotting my knitting, said Grandma. And as for at parties, well, Izzy, stop jiggling the jelly, cried everyone. She's got a bowl of Jell-O on her head. No matter how hard she tried, Izzy just couldn't keep still. It's no good, she sighed. I'm just a jiggler and that's that. So when one day class 4B went on a trip to the zoo, it came as no surprise to anyone that Izzy was wriggling, jiggling, shuffling, and fiddling as soon as they walked through the class. All right, so stop stroking the snakes, said Miss Potterhurst. Don't excite the elephants. Forget about bothering the bears. Don't mess with the monkeys. Izzy, stop tapping the tortoises. Stop poking the peacock. And never, ever tickle a tiger. At lunchtime, Izzy sat shuffling her sandwiches. It's so unfair, she said. I'm never allowed to do anything. And what's wrong with fidgeting anyway? Little did Izzy know that she was about to find out. Whilst all the other children finished their lunch, Izzy fidgeted her feet, bouncing across the bench, shimmied onto the floor, wriggled under a bush, skipped past the aviary, and danced along the path all the way to, where's she ending up? The tiger enclosure. There's that tiger. And what did it say? Never tickle the tiger. I wonder, thought Izzy, and with that, she reached out a feather and tickle, tickle, she tickled the tiger. We're going to open it up. Roar, roared the tiger. He threw his furry paws in the air, which broke a branch, which startled a snake, who bit a bear, who walloped a walrus, who splashed a sloth, who punched a penguin. We're not done yet. Who kicked a croc, who snapped a skunk, who ponged a panda, who ran the rhino, who hit the hippo, who whippled and wobbled and... Oh, the animals, oh my. Splash! Splash, they all ended up in the water, look at that. The lion roared, the parrot squawked, the snakes hissed, and the elephants trumpeted loudly. Miss Potterhurst squealed. The children giggled and the zookeeper came running. It was pandemonium and it was all Izzy's fault. But then, stop! Shouted Izzy at the top of her voice. Stop squealing, squawking, splashing, and flapping. Enough running, roaming, ramming, and bumping. No more jiggling, wriggling, shuffling, and squirming. So of what she would like to do. She didn't want anyone else doing. And guess what? It worked. The zookeeper stopped running, Miss Potterhurst stopped squealing, the children stopped giggling, and all the animals went back to their homes. And as for Izzy, you were right all along, Miss Potterhurst, she said. I'll never tickle a tiger again. But what harm can be of prodding a polar bear, she thought. She just can't help herself. And there she is. That's the end.
All right, now we're going to do a flannel board. And I'm going to need your help. All right, so let's see what we have here. Oh, it looks like a pond, and I can see a turtle and some fish. What do you notice up here? Are those numbers? Well, on our numbers, we're going to put frogs. So let's see our frogs. We have a frog here. That's one. Can you show me one finger? One. Very good. Now, let's see. We have two frogs. So 2 fingers. Very good. Here's our third frog. So we have 1, 2, 3. So let's pop up our third finger. And here is
4.
our fourth frog. So that makes 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we lost one of our frogs. So we improvised. Got one printed out. So this will be number 5. So, let me see your 5 fingers. We're going to count one more time. You count on your fingers as I point to each frog. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to say 5 green and speckled frogs sat on an old brown frog eating. What do frogs eat? Bugs, eating the most delicious bugs. Can you go yum,
Yum,
yum?
yum.
Then one jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now, how many frogs do we have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there are 4 green and speckled frogs. And what do frogs say? Ribbit, ribbit. Here we go. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on an old brown log, eating the most delicious bugs. What do we say? Yum, yum.
Yum.
One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green and speckled frogs. And what does frogs say? Ribbit, ribbit. Very good. So now we have 3 green and speckled frogs sat on an old brown log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green and speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. So 2 green and speckled frogs sat on an old brown log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum,
Yum.
One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 green speckled frog. What did they say? Ribbit, ribbit. So 1 green and speckled frog sat on want to count one more time? Because we can look at our numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
You guys are so smart. Good job.
All right, we're gonna work on some opposites now. So I have some blackbirds. So we say, 2 little blackbirds flying on the hill, one named Jack, one named Jill. Fly away, Jack, fly away, Jill. Come back, Jack, come back, Jill. All right, next we're gonna do soft and loud. 2 little blackbirds sitting in a cloud. One named soft and one named loud. Fly away soft and fly away loud. And come back loud. We're gonna do fast, slow. 2 little blackbirds sitting on a pole. One named fast, one named slow. Run away fast. Run away slow. Come back fast. Come back slow. The last one is low and high. 2 little blackbirds flying in the sky. One named low and one named high. Fly away low, fly away high. Come back low, come back high. Very nice.
And now Mark got a good book for us to read. It's called The Perfect Seat. What do you see on the front of our book? Can you see? It's a moose and maybe a pig. And they're reading a book, just like you are. And this book is written by Min Lee and Gus Gordon. And it says, "Can you read to me?" Of course. But first we have to find, what do you think they need to find to read a book?
The book.
Somewhere, maybe to sit, or the book, but it looks like they might have a book here. Let's see.
This is the last.
Oh no, this seat is too big. And then this one, what do you think? What's the opposite of big? Small. It's too small. Oh, look at that chair. It's too old. And this one, it's still in the store. It's too new. Oh, they're trying it out on a bicycle, but they hit a rock and they went boo! So that's too rough. Too rough to read a book on a bicycle. And the slide, what do you think about the slide? It's going to be too what? Too slippery. Does a perfect seat make you dizzy? Do you think that's good when you're sitting down to read a book to be dizzy? Spinning? No. Well, this one's too thin. They don't have enough room on that bench. Uh-oh, this one is too wide. They're so far apart. The tree is too tall. Too tall. And then this little tiny stump is too short. Too short. This one they say is too funky. A funky seat. And this one is too fancy. Do you think read a book? With your mom or dad? Where do you guys like to read a book? Let's see. What about here? Where are they sitting there? They're on a bridge. Uh-oh. Are you okay down there? Looks like the moose fell off. What do you think Moose feels right now? Kind of frustrated and like, oh, I give up. I can't find the perfect seat. What do you think about where he's sitting now? Think we could read a book there? Let's see. Found it! They did find the perfect place to read a book. Right under the tree. And that's a baby moose. I was wrong. It's a baby moose. I think that's a daddy moose and a baby moose. And they're reading a book. And that is the end of the good book.
All right. Are you ready to get on the bus? We're going to do the wheels on the bus. So let's get our bus going. You ready? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. When it rains, what do we need? We need the wipers. They go swish, swish, swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 the wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. Now, in order to get on the bus, the doors have to open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. Now the people are getting on the bus, and what's the driver going to say? Move on back. The people on the bus, move on back, sorry, move on back. Move on back. The driver on the bus says move on back, all through the town. Now the people are going to go up and down, we're getting bumps. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town. Now I have some babies, they're not happy on the bus, so what do they do? The babies on the bus go wham, 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 wham. Wham, 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 the babies on the bus go wham, 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 all through the town. I'm having a horn. Oh, that's right. So big finish, the horn. And the horn goes what? Beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 the horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. Do we want to do the more we get together?
Yeah, so that's the end of our story time. And to end our time together, we're going to sing a song. But first, we're going to learn some signs that go with our song. So the sign for more is more.
More.
We go more, and then we have together, like you're stirring a big pot. And then the sign for happy, go like this. And the sign for friend, you're going to take your 2 pointer fingers and stick them up like this. Good job. And then you're going to kind of bend them, and it's like 2 friends giving each other a hug. Very nice. So are you ready to start our song? We're going to start with more. Here we go.
The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Very nice, very nice. So thanks everyone for attending, and Facebook Live as well. We hope there were friends joining us today. So hopefully we have better weather next week, and we will try to do it outdoors then. Keep looking at our event calendar, October moving forward. We're making changes all the time. So once again, thank you for joining us today.
See you next time.
We hope.
Bye.